What's up, guys? Jake Miller here, and I'm hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
Reunited with my boy Jake. It's been years, dude. How are you, dude?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great, man. I love seeing how much you've grown since the last time we talked. We were talking backstage, and the last time we talked was maybe like 4 years, dude. Like, it's been a long ass time.
Yeah, well, good to see you again.
Likewise. So let's talk about this new signing with Red Music. I've been working with Red for a better half of last year, and like I love the team behind them. Yeah. So tell me what your experience has been like with them.
It's been amazing. I mean, just from being in the industry for like the last 7, 8 years, I feel like I have gained so much knowledge about the industry, and I've been through so many different deals. I've been dropped by labels. I've been, I've signed 4 record deals. So it's like I've been through the ringer, and now I know what to expect with a label, and I know what I want from a label. And so I was independent for like the last 2 years, and I knew that if I was to ever sign another record deal, I knew what would have to come with that record company, and that's the complete freedom to make my own music and have all the creativity, and that's what Red gave me. So I love everybody there, man. They're great people.
Yeah. Now, one thing I've always loved about you is that like you don't let anything stop you. Obstacles come at you, and then you just make things so much better because of the obstacles. But what kind of keeps you fueled to continue to create this music, and no matter what comes your way?
Just my fans. I mean, the fact that I'm always on Twitter. I'm always on Instagram. I'm always that's loud. I'm always I'm always just kind of paying attention to what the fans want, and so they're the ones that inspire me and motivate me, and just the thought of being on tour and playing all this new music, like that's what inspires me to make more music.
Now, aside from like the new music, like you kind of force yourself to learn how to produce more, and I'm loving the sounds that you're creating. All the beats that you've been creating are like something fresh, especially on your latest album. How do you come about with these like fresh new beats?
I think I've just worked with so many different producers and so many people with so many different styles, and I've been in so many different studio sessions with different people, and so I've kind of just like gained knowledge from as many people as possible. And I listen to so many different artists across the board, from John Bellion to Charlie Puth to John Mayer to 1975, and I kind of just combine all of my favorite qualities of all these different bands, and I put them into my music. And I do a lot of research on other artists, and I just try to better myself every day.
So what's this creative process for you like now that you're basically doing everything on your own? So you write your lyrics and you jump right into the studio, or do you let it like simmer for a little bit?
No, I mean, well, the studio is my bedroom, so it's a very just relaxing environment. No pressure. There's nobody watching me. There's no there's no pressure. It's just me in my room. So I'll usually start off on the piano, make a beat. Day one is usually making the beat and humming some gibberish melodies on top of the beat. Day 2, I'll usually go to the gym, listen to what I made in the headphones, and come up with lyrics while I'm at the gym or in the shower or driving, just like some random places. And then the next 3 or 4 days is like very heavily about the lyrics and like the message of the song and like what I want to convey.
Now, as you're getting ready to create your debut EP for Red. So what's so different on this EP?
I think the music is just it's just evolved, just the same way that the last album evolved. I think I'm getting better as an artist every day. I'm trying things out that I've never done. I have I pushed the limits. I put a whole choir on one of the songs. I'm doing a lot of cool like 80s riffs. I'm using a lot of 80s drums and basses, and yeah, man, I'm just trying to push the limit and try to grow as an artist every day. I don't want my new project to sound anything like the last one. I always want people to be like, oh, that's cool. Like, I could see the growth. So, yeah.
Speaking of your last one, I can't remember the name of the song, but you had a little bit of a saxophone on one of the tracks.
Was it slow or fast?
It was slow.
I think it was called Starting Over.
Starting Over, that's exactly it. I love that. I love the incorporation of like some kind of classical type of instrument. Yeah. Is that something that we can kind of like listen to more in your music?
Definitely. I mean, whether it's a saxophone or guitar solo or piano solo, like to me, music is supposed to be emotional. Even like the upbeat fast songs, there should be like a hint of emotion in it. Right. I feel like the best kind of song is like a sad song that's upbeat. Yeah. If that makes sense, just like a song that you could play in the club. Like if you really listen to it and like if you really like strip it down acoustically, you're like, wow, that's actually a sad song. Like, music is supposed to make you feel a certain type of way, and so that's what I try to do with my music. And so like I just thought, a nice little sax solo could go well right here because I get emotional when I hear saxophone solos.
Right, it was perfect.
Yeah,
it was perfect. Now as far as getting emotional, you got very vulnerable on these last 2 releases that you created. So what was it like for you to kind of open up to your audience that way?
Yeah, I mean that's the most important thing. I mean, when you connect with the music, that's when other people connect with the music. So you gotta pour yourself out there 100%. You can't be dishonest about what you're singing about, or because people can see right through that. And so when you're writing on something that's really real to you and it connects with you, it'll automatically connect with other people. Some people like John Bellion, it's like there's never been one lyric that he's sang where I'm like, oh, that's not coming straight from his heart. Like I could just tell everything he sings is direct experience that he's been through, and it feels like he's like really whispering every lyric in my ear, and he means every word of it. And so that's kind of what I want to where I want to go with my music.
Right now you're currently promoting "Wait for You," which that one hit me because I'm kind of going through that in the moment. So it's like, I feel like it's crazy how an artist can kind of create something that they feel, and then all of a sudden so many other people kind of feel the same way or going through the same thing. But what was it like creating this track in particular?
This song was, as a producer, this is like my proudest song that I've ever produced, just because it kind of takes you on like a roller coaster. It kind of feels like multiple songs in one. Yeah. The verses and the hook kind of feels like Zed, and it's very pop 2019, and then the switch up hits, and it's like an 80s drum bass breakdown. It's just like it comes out of nowhere. And so as a producer, that's just, you always want to kind of catch people off guard and be like, oh wow, this part's really unique. And so producing it was really fun. Writing it, as you said, you relate to it. The song is basically just about being in a relationship with somebody who might not be ready yet, but if they're the right person, you'll wait for them to be ready, and you'll just wait for them to get their stuff together and be on the other side waiting for them when they're ready. Right. That's what it's about.
Now, as far as like you break this song down, for example, and how you say like it seems like there's so many different songs in one, when you break this song down in the studio, like how did you really kind of create it? Like, did you already have these kinds of sounds in mind, these kinds of different like types of sounds in mind?
No, not really. I mean, it started with the piano riff, and I knew that I wanted to follow the piano riff with the lyric that bum 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 bum. I just thought it was a really cool, unique melody, and so I started with that on the piano. I made that up, and then I figured I want to follow that with a lyric. So like for the first 2 days, I was trying to think of what would the words be right there. Ba 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 ba. Like it has to go with the rhythm of the piano, and finally came out with that lyric. And then I just kind of worked backwards. I made the drop section, the big section afterwards, and then I think I did like the verses last. So yeah, started with I ended with the first part of the song. So yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I look forward to more for this EP. Do you have like a date or a name in mind for this EP, or is that something you're still kind of working on?
No, I have a name. I have 6 finished mixed and mastered songs ready to go. I don't know exactly when it's coming out, but I know it will be out well before the tour starts. Right. So sometime in March. And yeah, man, I'm just really excited. It's my proudest music to date. I mean, if you like Wait For You, you're going to love the other stuff.
So what can fans expect on this tour? You're taking out Logan Henderson as well. What is going to be different on this tour?
Just the fact that I'm playing this new music, I'm going to take it to another level. Visually, it's going to be a lot cooler than the last tours. Sonically, I'm going to be playing a lot more instruments, and I'm just really excited to play these new songs, man. I think they're just a level up for me as an artist, and I'm really excited to just kind of push the boundaries as a musician and play more piano on stage, play more guitar on stage, and who knows, maybe jump on a drum kit or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Now, for those that are not familiar with why you create music, why do you create music?
I create music because it's the only thing that I really 100% love doing. It's like my only passion that like drives me crazy, like in the best way. Like, it keeps me up at night. Like I'll dream of melodies. I'll wake up in the morning with ideas, and it's like it's the only thing in my life that I've found that's like that. And writing songs is kind of like therapy for me. Sometimes I'll be going through something and I'll start to write a song about it, and all of a sudden I don't even feel like I'm like in the world. It's like I just feel like I'm in my own little bubble, and for those 2 days it's like nothing in the world matters except for this song, and it just kind of helps me go through whatever I'm going through, and I think that's the whole point of music.
Awesome, dude. Well, thanks again for reuniting with me. Next time is not going to take that long, because to reunite we got to do this again soon. So
interview, I'm like, that wasn't a long interview.
Well, I'm glad you didn't think so. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out here. I'm hanging out with Jake Miller. New single is out now, Wait For You. EP coming real soon. Wait For You tour kicks off in April.
Yeah, April 11th in Vegas.
There we go. Be sure to catch them, and thanks for watching on Front Row Live.